Toronto vs. Collingwood 1991. That can't be right. How many? This is so many tapes. You go to sleep for 5 months and then someone builds a tape igloo around you. Alright, put me down. Thank you. Take this piece of paper off my face. What's that say?
We have a crazy, adorable minion from Despicable Me. Surprise egg!
But do you know what is the worst thing ever? Those bloody minions.
Now, there are movies like Anomalisa and Inside Out that do something new and innovative. It's kind of getting that whole golden age of animation started again. But then there's movies like Minions.
Minions? Boy, give me that microphone. No. Up a bit. You're hopeless. Everyone and their dog has complained about Minions. People on YouTube are baffled by their popularity, have gawked at the longevity of their relevancy-based lifespans, and despite the uproar over the Minions' assault on their surviving sensibilities, most chalk the Minions phenomena up to being yet another capitalist hold on the markets of gullible parents and children. But what most have failed to research or just plain ignored were the Minion meme and quote pages on Facebook. Gen X and Boomer humor, as we know it, was and is being exploited by bots writing Facebook's ever-changing algorithm. It's bigger than Minions. To understand how this ugly little cartoon character became the powerhouse it is today, we must first understand the evolutionary process we forced upon its concept. What is a minion? Minions were created by Pierre Coffin, a plain set of infinite duplicating characters meant to be mysterious in origin and convenient in use. The Minions' clone-like appearance was used as comedic storytelling and featured many named, somewhat distinguishable individuals that would be used to foster a faint warmth between the audience and these familiar, yet forgettable faces.
Hey, Dave, listen up, please!
Despicable Me introduced Minions to the world in the year of the Lord 2010, but didn't untap their marketability until their larger role in Despicable Me 2. By 2013, Minions were a cash machine. Merchandise Minions flooded every viable country they could. Minions' appeal is their malleability. They're the perfect marketing strategy. There's no demographic. They're post-racial, have personalities that depend on the situation at hand, and are sexless with male-given names. They are everything and nothing, but just enough to project onto. Minions are an emoji. This would be the easy answer if you ignored the history of the format Minion memes tend to pervade. To understand Minion memes, we not only have to understand Minions, but also the meme. For all the dads out there, a meme is a mimetic joke that shows up on the internet. There are many subcategories depending on the subculture it originated from, but the basis for a modern meme is one where the humor comes from its status as an inside joke. The more context you need to understand it, the funnier it gets to the point where it becomes kind of unintelligible. For top text, picture, bottom text layout memes, that context isn't needed. It was text with a caption and you could understand what it was about with the context provided. Minion memes didn't appear until 2013, roughly around the time Despicable Me 2 started its advertising campaign. This begs the question, was this a creation of the people? Did they just give us the weapon and are now watching us tear ourselves apart? Or was it a deliberate attempt to viralize Minions by an armful of advertising mongers? To dissect this, we need to uncover Minions' demographic. Determining the demographic of a group of identities that consume this content won't give us answers though. Determining the sense of humor all these people exhibit by engaging with this content will. What does the average Gen X on Facebook find funny, and how does it reflect on them? If you apply a modern perspective to it, it can be very easily classified as relatable humor, which is primarily a mix of anecdotes and epigrams. In its purest form, an epigram is a satirical statement, but on Facebook, it's been bastardized to a point where it's almost indistinguishable from an adage. Pre-modern satire is so disconnected from the culture of postmodernism that memes are saturated in is surrealist to anyone outside of its breeding ground. So when these adages touch any community outside of their own corner of Facebook, they are immediately considered to be incredibly unfunny, often cringeworthy in their sincerity. And through this sincerity, we can determine what personalities these minion memes attract, and what that means for the algorithm.
My house is not fancy. I don't have any money. I've struggled for everything I have, but I am grateful for God's love, my loving family and true friends.
God has blessed me in many ways.
Amen. Amen.
Yes, I am.
This is true.
They're not anonymous on Facebook, so they can't be too snarky. They're themselves, but they're their socially accepted themselves. Being this inoffensive is pretty easy to replicate. In fact, it's so easy, bots started to mimic this inoffensiveness to take advantage of the Facebook populace.
You're just in time. I believe I've isolated the algorithm from making friends.
Sheldon, there is no algorithm for making friends.
The algorithms on Facebook work on a reach system. If a page has 100,000 likes on it, the post the page makes will not actually be shown to all of the likers of the page. Instead, Facebook shows the photo or video first to a very small percentage of those followers, and if there is no engagement from these people, Facebook will stop showing that post to further timelines. This means a post has low reach. If the small amount of people first shown the post engage with it, then it will be shown to more people. If the page's post reach continues to perform poorly, then Facebook will stop showing its post to anyone, and the page will eventually die.
I don't want to play with you anymore.
Minion pages work well in this reach-based system, as they mass-produce relatable content which picks up a lot of engagement from Gen Xers. These Minion pages are at their core superficial, which is proven by how closely they follow Facebook's algorithms. For example, in 2017, Facebook's algorithm changed. Facebook began to promote pages with videos more than photos. Pages that only posted photos and no videos would slowly lose reach. This was a detrimental hit for Minion quote pages, as all of their posts were photos. These pages started finding workarounds. If they uploaded their photos as a 15-second video, they could get the same traction as before while maintaining the reach. Some found that only posting videos got them even more reach than before. Eventually, this became an epidemic. Most mainstream pages were only posting photos as videos. Facebook soon after caught on and added a system to detect whether a post was just an image as a video. If they detected a photo video, they would kill that post reach. Once again, pages evolved, and to get around the photo video ban, started to add sparkle effects, which easily bypassed Zuck's new algorithms. The Minions and algorithm were at war. Eventually, Facebook gave up the ruse and appears to have secretly removed the reach boost for videos, so meme bots have gone back to posting endless streams of relatable Gen X photos. These Minion pages post on a schedule, reuse assets, oftentimes post duplicates and steal others' images. For example, the most popular Minion quotes page is run by 4 people in Pakistan, and they post every 2 hours with a couple deviancies. These pages have been created solely to pump out cold, impersonal content and nothing else. Go to the Minions quote page and search any of the quotes on their posts on Google. There will be hundreds of results. Well, what's the point? What does this lead to? Mass consumption of clone-like epigrammatic photos specifically targeted to a pre-modern personality. These people are eating up inorganic content reproduced by Facebook pages mimicking a popular format to best suit an algorithm. From the outside, it's just people engaging with asinine content online. But by interacting with blatant fakeness, they are relating and applying meaning to nothing. People's daily mindlessness is so predictable, it's being unknowingly exploited for relative popularity. Unlike everything else we consume, a lot of people are basing their worldview on these posts, oftentimes reinforcing their worldview, and they don't see that what they put out is being regurgitated back at them by a machine specifically created to copy and paste. And for many, they lack the perspective to even begin understanding that concept. I know it's bigger than mini memes and e-cards and the Hallmark aisle, but maybe if we start small, maybe if we stop Minions, There's no concrete answer here. Some are comfortable to live in a space surrounded by quotes that mean what they want them to mean, and some are mean enough to call those quotes meaningless. Let your mum know that she's liking posts made by a robot. Let her know. This is a deeply dramatic take on where the Facebook post your mum puts on your timeline spawned from, but it's a take nonetheless, so take it somewhere and burn it.